Hi, viewer. How are you feeling today? Welcome to your reading. And in this reading, we're going to be looking at what will come of this situation. And it's to do with the situation that you're finding yourself in currently, something that is perhaps all consuming or you want to get guidance on. It's timeless. So whenever you get to the message, and it will resonate within the first few cards, because we'll do your current energy, current situation first. And for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. And if this doesn't feel true for right now, check out your other Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node signs, because your messages might be in those signs for this particular series. Okay, let's have a look at what Spirit want to bring forward. We've got the thinking woman. We've been in our heads a lot. Okay, what else for the viewer, please, Spirit? I feel there's a tiredness, a mental tiredness. The thinking man, yes. And strategy. Okay. Not knowing what to do, not quite knowing how we feel on something. We've got walking away. And this could be any area of life. We've got storm warning. Okay. Spirit said it's only one of these. Bear with me. It's this one. Cornucopia. Nice. I'm going to shuffle these back in and see if anything else comes out. Okay. Okay. We've got deceit, woman holding a heart, and the sun. There's something quite complex going on at the moment. I feel we're definitely in thinking mode. Sorry, let me organize these for you. We're definitely in thinking mode, but we're also tired. It's almost like we're tired of thinking, but we have to think something through. There's something we are working on that we feel really tired with. It could be something that perhaps you've never had to deal with before. You've never had to think in a certain way. You've never had to deal with this kind of situation before. And we've got strategy. We're going to look at that deeper because that feels like that's what Spirit want to bring forward for you. Okay, we've got walking away and storm warning. It's like making the decision on what's going to be best for you and not worrying about the rest of the pieces. And it's actually deeper and greater than best for you. It feels like you know what's best for the situation, because we've got cornucopia coming up for you. And we've got the sun, woman holding a heart, and deceit. The deceit feels like it could be somebody that's being deceitful, but it feels like the clarity, the fact that there's no clarity around here. This doesn't feel necessarily intentional, although it might be for some of you. Okay. And we've got the sun, woman holding a heart. There's a real sadness over the heart space, but there's also there's something promising. It's like there's the light that comes through, the sun that comes through the clouds, the storm warning clouds. It's something is passing, something will pass. Let's have a look at the tarot. It's like you're in conflict with something. We've got justice in the Hierophant, bottom of the deck. You will be okay. I feel like you will be okay. It's like the series of events you couldn't have done anything about. It's like you couldn't have foreseen what's happened or what's happening or what's been happening. And even if you'd chosen a different route, Eight of Air, even if you'd chosen a different route, it still would have been the same. Yeah. You can definitely feel that with the Eight of Air energy. Six of Fire. Hermit, yeah. So it's like it's time to retreat now. So you might have been feeling trapped. There is a way out for you. Okay, there's a clear route out for you with this situation. And we've got your personal victory here, but your personal victory is in you taking a step back with something. So whatever the situation is, it's taking a step back. It's understanding what you need to understand from it, and knowing when that's exhausted itself. Is that I want the question that I'm hearing from Spirit is there any truth left in this situation, or is it just all mayhem from the people around you or from the situation around you? Yeah, we've got temptation, that's the mayhem, and messenger of water. There's somebody coming to help you though, either somebody who's already in the situation or someone who is connected to you that wants to give you some good advice. They want to see you in a situation that is a lot more aligned to your values and who you are. There's just a lot of, with this temptation energy, there's a lot of, this is the devil energy, a lot of ego. I feel like people are making promises they can't keep. People are over promising and under delivering. And it's like everything's based on assumptions. It's like the if, buts, and maybes. And there's a lot of people in this situation that are trying to cover all the bases so that they can be protected or have a positive outcome from all angles. But actually, all that's doing is causing a bit of a mess. And this whirlwind. And we've got 10 of fire, transformation, 8 of fire, 8 of earth. Yeah, you're coming to the end of it now. It's like you've had enough, and it's like transformation is, it's you wanting this transformation, you needing to step back in just for your own well-being, for your own pathway forward. Yeah, transformation. There is a lot of, it's like something's just come to a natural end, and there's someone or something being like clung onto really tightly. It feels very lethargic energy in some way. It could be that on the outside it's looking like a situation where there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of like communication, or there's been a lot of activity, but actually everyone is tired. Yeah, just I feel like with these eights, the 8 of earth, 8 of fire, this is spirit saying be like, physically move yourself away from the situation. It might be that this situation has been moving very quickly, or it will move very quickly in the next, I want to say next few days, or certainly the next few weeks. And it's like keep razor sharp focused on where you want to go. It's like, what do I want out of this situation, and just keep coming back to that. But something is throwing you off. Okay, let's have a look at, where are we going now, Spirit? I'm actually not quite sure. Healing. Okay, let's have a look at healing. And then we're going to look at mind space, because that feels very active at the moment. But with everybody, there's a collective energy around you that's impacting you. That's why I feel like it's more than one person around you, or there's more than one influence that's guiding the situation. Okay, let's look at you and other. I feel here, yeah, tracker, this is you. So the tracker energy is where you're focused on one destination and you get there. This is being really focused. This is just finding the needle in the haystack, which you are more than capable of doing. This is razor sharp focus for you. It's like the test here is like blocking out all the noise. And we've got ancient forest. I feel like people are moving away from their values, and moving away from actually definitely the truth of something, moving away from the sense of community, the sense of connection, and there's been a big disconnect, and that's where the healing is needed in the collective. What's the collective? And yeah, ancestors. There's doing things in a different way for the sake of doing things in a different way, or not even realizing that we're not honoring what it is to be part of a team, to be part of a couple, to be part of a wider community in some sense. For some of you, this is somebody in your community or perhaps your neighborhood that is kind of causing a bit of a ruckus. Okay, what is collective healing here? And we'll get one more for you. Nature spirits. The energy around you is all to do with people stepping away from their true nature. And what about you? The viewer, please. Healing energy around the viewer, please. our medicine. You have the wisdom. You have the wisdom. I feel like you could be the only person with the wisdom. But there's somebody else around, somebody with real intuitive energy. Oh, sorry, that's upside down for you. With real intuitive energy, who is guiding you and giving you some pointers on how to deal with the situation, or somebody that you can reach out to just talk to about the situation. Okay, let's look at headspace. For the viewer, please. What am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me. So what is it that you're waiting for? Are you waiting to walk away from something? Is that what is being held up right now? Is it that you're not quite sure whether to walk away, whether to stick it out? What's impacting that? What values are impacting that? And then what's underneath those values? Are they true to you? Am I letting fear stop me? I feel like this is the response of somebody else, or with the situation, or there's like a worry about the consequences. That's the word I'm looking for, consequences. Okay, what about the collective energy here? What about the collective energy? Where can I create more space? Yeah, everything's very tight and tense. On whom am I placing blame right now? See, there's a lot of blame going. So this is the collective energy that's around you. There's people are kind of imposing and making assumptions on other people, and there's like finger pointing and blaming. I've got a real pain in my heart space as I'm saying that. So there's somebody, it's like somebody is in a lot of pain, and that's where a lot of this is kicking off from. And I feel like you'll know who that is. Okay, let's have a look at some advice on moving forward. Okay, I think I might have shuffled these all the wrong way, but I don't read these. I won't read these upside down or in reverse. Okay, yeah, we've got illusion, 7 of cups, Queen of Swords. Something is clouding the truth at the moment. Okay, what's clouding the truth? And then we'll look at steps forward on how to deal with this situation. What's clouding the truth in the situation for the viewer? What's been clouded for the viewer? What's obscuring the viewer, please, Spirit? Thank you. People are being very defensive, like cards really close to their chest. The truth will come out. How is this truth coming out? What's the instigator? Okay. Big life lessons for people involved in this situation. I feel like you've got just in the crossfires somehow of something that you wouldn't have put yourself in. The truth will come out. People are being very defensive and not showing all their cards, even though they say that they're being completely honest. This is fear-based. But it will come out. There's no controlling the truth. It will come out. And we've got the Magician and the Star. And this is the energy for how to deal with the situation. And the Star is healing, as well as making a wish, as well as drawing on your spiritual energy with the Magician energy here. So this is really leaning into your being in service to spirit to help navigate this situation. And it is to do with being stable and slow, like being very considered in responses, being well balanced, also not giving up or not feeling or being made to feel like you have to give up any beliefs in order to navigate the situation. That feels really important. I feel like this person that's going to come in to give you some advice or to help you, or who's this listening ear for you, will help you clarify how you're feeling, and that triggers how you're going to move forward, because it's like you need a strategy now to deal with the situation so it can go. Okay, what's the outcome pathway? Yeah, you're going to need some time to rest once this is all over. That's important. Outcome pathway. And we've got the 6 of Cups. Yeah, we've got the 9 of Cups for you in your outcome pathway, and strength. This strength energy is the strength of just moving forward with all of the fire, all of your energy, all of your just gusto, and but knowing where to direct that and knowing when to walk away, when to move forward, that will become clear to you, because that's in your outcome energy. That will become really clear, and it's towards emotional fulfillment. But remember to take some rest. It could be this person that's coming in to help could be somebody from your past, or it could be a family member, or it could be a very old friend, or it could be just reflecting on a situation from the past for some of you. Okay, I want to get one more here. Can we get some advice on this outcome? Yeah, judgment, release everything. Is there any more for advice for the viewer, please? Just want to give one more shuffle. It could just be the judgment, but I want to just see if there's anything else. Yeah, okay. This is pure release. Like this, I mean, the judgment energy for me is like the surrender for everybody. Once you surrender and once you release, it will calm the situation down. And that's not because you're in the center of it, and that's not because you're the one pulling all the strings here and causing any of the mayhem. It's because your energy and your ability to stand your ground and be a grounding influence and a positive influence. I say positive influence. The positive influence is for the whole situation. It's not just for one person or for some people. It's for everybody. But even if somebody kicks off because they still have got something to say and they still got this, this kind of angry, fiery energy within them, the surrender helps them slow down and lose the momentum. There's been momentum gaining in this situation, and spirit are saying it needs to be completely and utterly surrendered, completely and utterly by one person in this situation, and it helps everything else die down, and it will be quick. The transformation will be quick when that happens. Right, let's look at pathway forward for you now. Let's look at pathway forward for you. Okay, thank you. I also feel like when there is an opportunity to kind of start nipping things in the bud, although it feels late for that kind of expression, but when there is an opportunity for this to bring something to a close, or to draw something just a bit more into reality, a bit more calming, to consider whether that's the right time. And because I feel like there will be times. Yeah, we've got education and gentle gardener. This education is educating the people around you, but in a very gentle way. That's what I'm feeling here. There's something here as well, like you will know the red flags and the amber flags next time much quicker in this type of situation with these types of people. For some of you, this could be to do with a work situation, and it's all blown up at work, and there's a lot of animosity. There could be a lot of just uncertainty that is making people act out in very strange ways. Yeah, we've got education, gentle gardener. So this is also gathering the facts. So making sure that you've got all of the facts, because we've got elements hidden here, and truth being hidden, because people don't want to necessarily be upfront, because they don't want to have the finger pointing at them, because we've got that finger pointing happening. But there's a gentle way to kind of get all of this over and to pass. And we've got the Golden Palace. I feel like everybody needs their own sanctuary in this situation. It's like everybody needs to go into their own area where they feel like they can recoup, and then talk from that place. And we've got wishing well, storm fields, and deep freeze. Yes. People have had like wishes, or it's like in a work situation, and this could be in any situation, but in a work situation, it's like there's one promotion and everyone's kind of fighting for it, but in a very passive aggressive way, and it's caused chaos, and they're wishing for all these things, and they think, there's only one space, promotion, there's only one part of the budget, there's only space for me, and there's not space for everybody else. So they're kind of like fighting, like showing their teeth, fighting. But what they're wishing for is like all these things that actually aren't even confirmed yet. And it's kind of, they're trying to bring the chaos. This person Or these people, they're not bringing chaos. It's actually going to bring things down. They're just causing chaos now, and it's like they're going to be embarrassed about it at a later date. I feel a lot in this reading, Spirit's talking to you about the situation. I feel like it's quite important for you to understand the reflection, because there's been some feeling of kind of being trapped in it and not being able to get away from it, and really being exhausted in the mind space with it. And we've got deep freeze. I feel like this is for the situation as well. It's just disconnecting people. This is also for you to go into deep freeze, because we've got Hermit coming out for you as well. And this is you going into your retreat mode, and like unapologetically going into retreat mode here. Okay, let's have a look at some advice for you as we go through this pathway. You can see things that others can't in this situation. We've got Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Yes. So all of around the situation, it needs a gentle and firm touch. And what else do we have here? Snake, shed old skin. Where you might not have spoken up before, it's important that you do now. And it's not to add fuel to the fire here, but it's important to have your voice, for you to speak your truth. And that could look like, I don't agree with what's happening. That could look like trying to bring to other people in kind of communication again somehow. Because there's retreating and taking space to just recoup and re-energize. And then there's retreating from a point of fear. So we've got, for you, we had, am I letting fear stop me? And what am I waiting for? So where you're kind of where you might be standing in the background with something, so like just as an expression to stand in the background, not to come forward with all of the things that you're feeling, and that's your old skin. And you can, Spirit's encouraging you to gently come forward with that through this situation. Feel it's important for you with all of the information, with the education energy. Oops, okay, with all of the education energy. Is it all of them? No. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Yeah. Yeah. So I think this is Spirit just acknowledging that it is something around you that is knocking things off. It's not something that you've done. It's not something that you've done. Okay. Arrow, surround yourself with positive energy. And we've got Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Whatever is stopping you from closing down the situation or closing the situation on your part, it doesn't matter about anybody else's part, but on your part, the reflection inward is where are you feeling worried and scared? Where do you feel the fear is coming up? Is it in talking to somebody? Is it talking to one person in particular? Is it to do with your job or your partnership? A family member? What is it to do with? Is it to do with causing kind of disharmony? Is it to do with a confrontation? What is it to do with? Because that's the thing that you're breaking right now. That's the power that you have right now to transform within this situation yourself. And ask, like, it doesn't even matter in this situation. I feel like whether what you want and what you say happens. It's like you saying, I really want to be able to have space at work to do this particular project. I don't care about this promotion. I don't care about this. But if I work on this project and I do overtime, I want to get paid. And that's going to come from this budget that we've got this promotion for, whatever that might be. It's like, even if that all doesn't happen, you've laid all your cards on the table and you've been really upfront, because it gives you gives you something to go back to say, well, this is what I said, and I was really clear about this, and this was the outcome. Because when you're that strong and when you're that fair and honest and true and grounded with what you're saying, people kind of gravitate towards that. And I feel people actually are needing at the moment, or somebody or people are needing somebody to set this kind of example and to be a leader without being authoritarian, to be a leader in this situation and to kind of take control of it. But the control is in a gentle way, because there's been a lot of noise. And we've got Drum, dream and journey, and Stag, trust and thrive. So with this walking away energy as well, and with this cornucopia energy, this is I feel like you are wanting to create an environment or to be in an environment that feels really plush and enjoyable and pleasurable. And that's not what's happening right now. And that could be part of why you're feeling really torn here with the thinking man, thinking woman energy. And maybe why you're not sure on settling on how you feel about it. But you will be okay. I just want to keep saying you will be okay. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. Let's see what's being activated here for you. What's being activated on your personal pathway, your spiritual pathway? What's being activated here for the viewer, please? Core energy, power. What's being activated? Protection. Yeah, protecting yourself from the whirlwind here. We've got protection a couple of times. The Hermit feels like protection. The Strength feels like protection, and we had surround yourself with protective energy. Deep freeze feels like protection as well. What else is being activated for the viewer here? Oops. Courage and security. Okay. The security, I feel that's an element that is at play a lot here, but it is impacting your sense of feeling secure. And your sense of feeling secure somehow is linked to your communication with other people. This feels very connected. Let me show you just so that you can see the images. It feels connected. The courage to not have fear hold you back and not allow that to impact on your sense of security. Your inner sense of security as well as your outer sense of security. That's why perhaps this cornucopia is coming up, because it's this wanting to be on stable ground. And it's getting to the point where it doesn't even have to be familiar ground anymore. It just needs to be stable and have stable people within it and holding it up. And we've got protection. So you are getting activations where it comes to protecting your own energy, protecting your interests, protecting the people around you, perhaps. For some of you, you could have been sticking up for somebody else who's been in a situation that has been quite difficult. Okay. Let's get some final words of guidance on this situation for you. This situation is something that whatever you do, that it's still gonna have momentum. And there's a choice that you have now to speak, to share, to walk away. There's like all these different options and choices, but there's a lot of noise which is kind of giving you different ideas, which I want to say unhelpful, because they're other people's insecurities, they're other people's worries. For you, it's going truly back to your roots as a person, as a being, and thinking what is it that you want out of this situation, and finding that pathway through the noise. Actually, let's see. Outcome of the whole situation. We've got 9 of Swords. Yeah, so there are people that feel, and we've got the Lovers, very anxious. That's the underlying feeling. And I think we've got the King of Swords. Yes, we do. So outcome of the whole situation is it's choosing where. It's the choice in our thoughts. It's taking responsibility. I mean, this is for the collective energy that's around you, your personal collective at the moment. It's the choice between being strategic and being in anxiety. It's the choice on what we tell ourselves who and what we are, tell ourselves about taking things personally, about making assumptions. It's because it's all happening in the headspace. This could be happening in a romantic connection with you, but I feel like it's, for a lot of you, it's not necessarily in a romantic connection. This feels like choice. Where this might be in a romantic connection, this is really saving time. This is really using the time that where you talk to each other just for truth and just for an outcome, to try to come together with an outcome, because this is not about going over the same thing, going over our ground. Everyone can have space to feel, to be heard and reflect and to share their thoughts, but it's getting stuck in that mode. Okay, all right then, let's get some advice for you. Can we get some words of wisdom for the viewer, please, Spirit? I want to say as well, the quicker you're in this powerful gentle mode, this strong, steadfast gentle mode, the sooner it's going to be over for you specifically. And everybody else can keep arguing, they can keep, or somebody, if it's just one person that's in this situation, they can keep being, lively about it themselves, but that's not for you. It's you needing to retreat and pull away. We've got self-care and expand. Spoil yourself in the moonlight. Yeah, this really needs some time for you to just be with you and not being influenced by somebody else's energy, opinions, words, particularly words. And we've got expand. Growth is often uncomfortable and messy, but necessary. This growth for you is coming in you speaking and you moving through whatever it is that's this fear. The tracker energy also is like, it has an element of fear and excitement. It's that kind of similar energy. Going on the journey to track something down, to get to the root of something, to find something, to uncover something. And it's kind of scary and exciting all at the same time. I feel like Spirit's encouraging you through this situation to be in this, to almost be in this excitement mode. Okay, so what can I, like, it's almost like, what can I do next? Where can I go? What do I want to get out of this? Does that excite me? Yes. Okay, where can I get more of that? Where can I find more of that? And that's the expansion. And you speaking your truth and you saying, you being powerfully you, it's going to be really empowering for you in this situation. And other people, I feel like as well, other people need to hear what you've got to say. Because there's a lot of nonsense. I feel like there's a lot of nonsense. And we've got the moon. Take time to reflect. So reflection doesn't mean you're stuck in your head. Reflection is just looking at what's there and getting the facts with the education energy that came up. And just deciphering the facts from the emotions or whatever people are kind of putting towards you. And we've got dream, wish upon a star, and eclipse, celebrate cycles. I want to say you're coming to the end of this cycle. This has been a cycle. You're definitely more than halfway through this cycle, because it's already come to a head and we're on the other side. We're on the other side of the mountain now. But dream about, it's like being open for the dream of what actually you would want in the future. How would you have wanted this situation to go? How could you get that? What people do you need to be around or be in connection with, or who can you ask for advice on that? You do have support. I want to say that as well. You do have support from somebody who loves you very dearly. Okay, let's get some final words of wisdom for you here from Spirit on this situation. It will take a while for the emotions to calm down. There's been a lot of emotional triggering happening. And we've got Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. Yeah, this is the heavy. It's being playful to kind of dissolve some of this heavy, because that's not helping anybody, especially the people who are experiencing that. And we've got, dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. This is exactly what Spirit wants you to bring, this gentle touch to yourself and to the situation and to others. Because it's like firework on firework. And it's like, if everybody just listened to you in this situation, or people could understand where you were coming from, it would dissipate. The situation would ease up so quickly. Okay. We've got be at home and nothing is wasted. So I feel like this is spirit saying none of your efforts are wasted. Somebody might not see it straight away, but they will appreciate it later down the line. This be at home as well for me feels like being at home, like physically being in a protective environment, but also being at home in your own skin, in your own body, in your own physical being. And this will teach a lot of people a lot of lessons, a lot of deep lessons. I feel like this is one of those situations where a lot of people have come together with very intense, dense, highly triggering energies, and it's all blown up together. Let me turn this back around. Let me get one more for the viewer, please. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we've got horse spirit. Freedom is yours. So you can be free of this situation. It doesn't need to be confining. We had the 8 of air earlier for you. There is a way out of this situation. It just might take some stepping back and some reflection before you see the door, see that light, but it is there. I feel like it's there now. It just might not be known, or you might not have spotted it. We had the 4 of cups earlier, didn't we? Yes. It might not be fully clear, but it is there. Okay. So this situation is bringing a lot of different layers of things, because it's lots of different, either lots of different personalities or lots of different layers coming out from two people's personalities, and you and somebody else, and it's kind of, it's just rolled and gained momentum. But this is not about thinking your way through that is disconnected from the heart space. This is about you going through and speaking and talking in this your gentle, powerful way through with the values that you hold, that you truly hold, not what somebody else says you should do, not what if you're working for a company, not necessarily in the company values, but in your values. And it's the choice between what we believe in our minds and what we feel in our hearts. And it's what we feel in our hearts, that's this freedom. Okay, viewer, I hope that this situation dies down quickly for you if this is what you're experiencing at the moment, and there's a resolution that you can find and a way through. There is certainly a resolution opening up for you. So trust that Spirit has that for you and will guide you towards that. Okay. Thank you for watching the reading with me today. As always, I do hope it's given you some guidance and just some clarity on what's happening at the moment. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.